what's going on? Welcome to DeanBodi Show. DeanBodi.com is the website. We got the links on there. One will get you over to the podcast, Apple, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts. The other link will get you over to the YouTube channel, DeanBodi Show, YouTube channel. Let's get this show started off on the right foot. Who's the good girl? Good girl, Bodi. Good girl. Good girl, Bodi. She's the best girl in the world. Oh, yeah. DeanBodi.com. 800-878-9698. Bodi Hotline, Fun Line. Call it. Say something nice to Bodi. She's waiting for you. Say something fun. Sing your Zippity Doo Dah Song. We're going to sing it with you, as we do over here, DeanBodi Show. Oh, well, aren't you going to talk about the news? And aren't you going to talk about, what about sports and all the stuff that's going on in politics? And what about COVID and Dr. Fettuccine and Nancy Pastrami? We're not talking about none of that because we're DeanBodi Show. Where are you going to see a show like DeanBodi Show? Oh, I don't know. Nowhere. Where are you going to listen to a show like DeanBodi Show? Let me see. You're not going to, but right here, DeanBodi Show. The only one. This is where we're at. We're hanging out on Goofy Road, right across the street from Wacko Park, and we're going to just chill out right over here in Goofy Town for a while. Come on board. Enjoy it. Take your slippers off. Cross your legs on your lazy boy recliner, and just take a chill, put your headphones on, and let's go for a ride down Wacko Avenue. How's that sound? So, man, there's a lot of crazy stuff going on today. Ants, again, had a little ant situation in the apartment. We'll get into that in just a moment. Uh-oh, fraud alert, fraud alert. Fraud alert on the credit card. Isn't that fun? And we're going to get into that in a moment. What else do you think might be going on? Oh, man, we had the mobile vets come out to check out Bodi and her shoulder injury and all the other stuff. Awesome. What a find. I'm fired up. Looks like I'm going to be looking for another mobile groomer just because I think it's time for a change. Somebody who's got a little more finesse. Somebody who's got a little bit more skill set. Somebody who can get in between the toes and massage your paws and take away the rough edges on those calluses so Bodi can sit cruising around the neighborhood like he likes to do and bobbing and weaving instead of getting everything snagged on her hoo-ha's. You follow me? So look, the ants, I didn't even know what I was in for because we just moved over here. I don't know. We're going on like a month. And I decided to leave a little food out for Bodi. Everything in here looks so ridiculously clean, brand new, and sealed up. But when the ants want to get at something tasted a little bit whatever, something smelled a little bit yummy to an ant, and they call all their friends, they get into the crevices. They come over from the next door, and they see a little crack in the flooring, and up they come through the river and over the trees. Here they come and all over the food, and I'm sleeping through it, and I wake up and they're like all over this thing. So all over her bowl. Poor Bodi didn't even get to have a nice midnight snack that I put out for her as we used to do. So we got to rearrange things. We got to do things differently over here because things change. They're never the same. Just when you like the same habits and you're doing the same routine and all, guess who shows up? The ants show up to change your whole brain. So, had to clean up. Luckily, I had this Raid, ant and roach killer, and put a nice dousing on that to slow everything down. Then, took a nice Lysol wipe around the floor, and it took a little while to clean all the stuff up, but I noticed after I got some magnifying glass and looked very closely, there's a little crack, because my neighbor's on this wall. There's a little crack in the plank flooring where it needs to be sealed with some sealant, as you're supposed to do if you're doing it properly. Just like you put the caulking around the edges, there's planks that fit together. You got to do the sealant, and that's where they were coming from. So I ordered some sealant from Amazon. I don't really know what I'm doing, but hey, it said it goes on clear, and I put it on. I squeezed it on there, took a little sponge and pushed it down in there. So that's done. It came out pretty good for the first time, not knowing what I was doing. And Anyway, on top of that, we're not going to put any food over there again, but the sealant's there anyway, just in case some ants poking around and said, hey guys, come on this way. Remember we went down this road last time and we got into there. There was all kinds of goodies. And they bumped their head on the sealant now. Sorry, can't come in. So that's what's going on with that. And pretty crazy. We got fraud alerts going on this past week with Citibank Credit Card. Don't you love when a credit card gets snatched from the ether, from wherever somebody is, and decides they're going to use the number and do all that? Thank God that they do send the security and they send you the fraud alert so you know what's going on. And but they put you through all of this stuff. So I call the fraud alert. Usually they send you the text, like capital one, or they'll send you a text and you respond, one, yes, it was me, or you get it in the email, yes, it was me, and they say, okay, you're good to go now, so you can use the card. This one, they send me a text, was it you? I responded, one, yes, it was me. And they send me back a text, call the fraud department right away. Okay, what happens so you can use the card? So I called the fraud department and put me through this whole thing. They see a couple charges on there. California, I'm like, I'm way out here in Texas. Big amounts, 400 something here, 600 something there. At a discount cigarette and liquor store. Okay, number one, not a smoker. Number two, going on 6 years, past the 6 years now, clean and sober. That ain't me. How crazy is that it's coming from the liquor store just 2 days after my anniversary of 6 years clean and sober? Okay, look out, getting tested. Come on. So anyway, disputed the charges. They sent me the new card. The timing couldn't have been more perfect because right as the auto pay and the health insurance was coming through, whammo, declined right at the same time. So I get to call the health insurance company now so they can put me on hold for, I don't know, 45 minutes. Look out. So, crazy stuff. On hold for about 40, I almost hung up. She gets on the phone and I said, okay, I had a charge, auto pay. It was supposed to come out. I had a fraud on the card, so we got a problem. So we had to give him a new card and fix it and all this other stuff and everything in between and the whole nightmare of the whole fraud thing. So what happened? It's all fixed now. I kind of hope it is because I got the new card today and I set it all up and then I called them up and she kind of went over it with me. The disputed charges, I guess, are going to be coming off. This stuff is creepy. You don't know what's going on, man. I don't know how they get this information. Who knows? There's some kind of little rabbit hole with PayPal or some one of these rabbit holes somewhere where these guys with their little cyber devices are looking in little looky-loos, looking around, trying to get into your stuff. But nice going, Citibank with the fraud alert. Hey, listen, could be a lot worse. We got it handled. We're moving on, and we're doing our thing. So, look, man, hey, Bodi's the best girl in the whole world, and those of you that are going through relationship problems and things like this, and as I've gone through so many times in my life, all I got to say is, what you gonna do when she says goodbye? What you gonna do when she's gone? What you gonna do when she says goodbye? What you gonna do when she's gone? We'd like to welcome you to the DeanBodi. We'd like to welcome you to the show. We'd like to welcome you to the DeanBodi. We'd like to welcome you to the show. Oh, yeah. Listen, Pablo Cruise is the name of the band. Back in the day, they were on fire. They're still on fire, and they're fire. Run, don't walk, and go get that. I got to give a few shout outs, man, because some Facebook friends, Facebook too, but the YouTube, some friends that we were kind of going back and forth a little bit, I'd like to give a little bit of a shout out because they're awesome. The Commercial Break Podcast, YouTube, please go check it out. You're going to love these two. They're awesome. And what can I say about that? Good to hear from you. Good to have another back and forth with you a little bit in the comments. But the Commercial Break Podcast, YouTube channel, Run Don't Walk, go check it out. They're smoking, and you got to go check it out. The Dude's Kitchen and Grill. Okay, you want to learn how to make goulash. You want to learn how to wrap a brisket old school style. You want to learn how to make the craziest coleslaw ever. You go there. Dude's Kitchen and Grill. He's a beast in the kitchen. He's a beast on the grill. He's a beast. Anything with a pot and pan, he's crushing it. So go there. M's Diary. Oh my gosh, only one that can say, hi, my lovelies, is her from London. She's out there. M's Diary, EMZ Diary. She does her thing on about her life or wherever she's at. You never know what's coming with M's Diary, but it's fun. And from London, she's awesome. Go check those out. And look, we got a little bit of a relationship going with Laundry Limo, who's helped me out so many times. When I was down and out, I couldn't carry the laundry after a surgery. I found this company that does your laundry. If you're in the DFW area and you want the greatest laundry ever, folded the greatest, it smells the greatest, 48-hour turnaround time, and yes, they do dry cleaning. Check them out. Laundry Limo, the place that does your sheets. Laundry Limo, the prices can't be beat. Laundry Limo, the Dallas, Texas treat. Oh yeah! In the description below, check it out, and you'll see. You mention DeanBodi, you get 10% off. What'd he say? You mention DeanBodi, you get 10% off. Anyway, I can't say enough about Laundry Limo. Run, don't walk. Get it done. Hey, it's going to smell better than you. Can do it anywhere, and it's going to be probably faster by the time you get to it and you pull everything out and throw it in the dryer and fold everything and put it all away. Laundry Limo's already brought it back. Boom! So, that being said, we talked about the ant problem. We talked about the fraud alert. What else we got going on? All kinds of stuff. Bodi, we had the mobile vets coming out. I came across this ad. It must have been let's see, Facebook ad, I think, came across my thing. And unbelievable, Vets Mobile. They started this thing about a year ago with the COVID came and all this stuff. And they started this mobile business. And I'm like, wow, because I wanted to get another opinion with Bodi's shoulder. My heart is breaking for Bodi because she's still got a little bit of a limp. She definitely overextended something, has a really bad sprain, and they came out and they're looking at her and they're combing the fur and looking through the fur, for like fleas and things like that, checking her skin because she's got some allergy stuff. Got the otoscope out and looked in her ear and did a whole thing on her, an orthopedic tests on her shoulder, and did the neck flexion and extension and range of motion to see what was going on. Because listen, gang, the nerves that come out of the neck feed the shoulder. Let's see if there's anything going on there. Hopefully it's not an arthritis thing. Bodi does, as much as I don't want to say it, she's got to drop a few pounds. We got to work on that because in a dog or an animal, a 1, 2, 3 pound thing is a big deal, and the weight on the limb and the shoulder and the joints makes a big difference. So we're going to work on that. We're going to not easy on the treats and all these things. And, you do the best you can, but we're going to get through it. And it's just going to take some time. Monday coming up is 6 weeks. She could be in for a couple of months. We got a dermatologist appointment with Bodi on the 14th. To discuss some other things, and is the immunotherapy serum even working? But I got a chance to discuss this with the vets. Let me tell you, when it comes to me and the communication, I like the doctor take a little time Answer my questions. Not all this rushy rush from one to the other. And, you need to have a discussion about what's going on. It's huge. What a difference. We went out back and I laid out a blanket back there. He was also, we talked about different things that she does with not just the vitamin regimen and the flea and tick and heartworm treatment and all this stuff. And we shaved it down to a more workable regimen. I was doing a little bit too much maybe with the vitamins, and let's not go too much with the probiotics or too much with this or that. So we shaved it down. How does that happen? By talking about it. And I want to just do what's necessary because it's easy to overdo something. And when I get to the dermatologist, we'll have a visit about, is this even working, the immunotherapy that you want me to do for the rest of her life or not? Okay, they said 12 months to get in the system. We're at a year and a half now. Maybe the stuff that her body is working on, the stuff that you put in the serum that you want her to build an immunity towards, maybe it's just firing everything up even more. We don't need that. We just need her to have a strong immune system to fight this stuff off. Okay, so it gets a little tricky, but we'll have more questions when we get there. But with the meds and the different things that she's been on, he wanted to check her markers for liver and kidney, make sure there wasn't any too much stress there to see what was going on. So I held her. I held Bodi. She was so good. Bodi, I'm so proud of you. It's crazy. Love my Bodi. And he sprayed down her leg area with the antiseptic, I guess it was, or whatever. And the hair is in the way. I don't know how he found the vein to put in the thing to withdraw the blood. Bodi didn't even flinch and got that done so he could take it with them. And they did all that stuff mobile coming out here. I'm just like, wow. And all the time and the examination and the discussions and all this stuff, bravo. I'm so glad that I did it. That's why I want to find another groomer. Let's see. Look, there's levels in everything, okay? It's always a good idea to try another one because you deserve the best. You deserve the time. You're paying good money for this. And not to mention, it's someone or your furry friend that you love to the moon and back. You want them to get the best. And I'm trying to do everything I can. And he even said, you're doing everything. You're doing more than most would ever do. But that's okay with me. I'm here 1,000% for Bodi. And if we got to go through this, they say it might be some months of healing. So I got to watch her from jumping in this and that. I'm telling you, yesterday morning, she was moving around pretty good. And after the groomer, and she's got to jump in this van, and then you got to jump down. So I help Bodi in the van. He shows up. There's fur from another dog all inside the van. He's like, sorry about the mess, but I had a hair. I'm like, don't you have a vacuum? He's like, yeah, I do, but okay. Well, you vacuum it out before the next client, and you make it nicey nice for the next thing. You don't just like, oh, it's a dog, it's just a hair. I don't want Bodi around another dog's hair or whatever, So it's like, that kind of threw me a little bit. You got to take some care. Do you love what you do? Do you not love what you do? Are you going to, not pay attention to the details? Because that's what's going on. It's in the details. So we're going to be looking for that. Very happy with the vets. Highly recommended. I'm just thinking about it now. And I'm thinking about, like the show The Doctors. I think they might have pulled that The Vets. I just like the name. It's wham, it's right there, and boom, it's very cool. So, look at the sound effects we got going on today. We got, let's go! We got that. We got, well, look out! All kinds of fun stuff. And we got fraud alert, and we even got some fireworks for the fireworks show here at DeanBodi. 800-878-9698 is the Bodi Hotline Fun Line. DeanBodi.com is the website. Go check it out. Now look, something exciting to talk about. Good girl, Bodi. Best girl in the world. Good girl, Bodi. Best girl in the world. Best girl. Good girl. Good girl, Bodi. The edited version, my first really edited video with the intro and an outro with some silly music and which very cute, I think. Go check it out. The one that's a little cheesecake, that episode. Go see what you think. Make some comments on it. Let me know what you think about the intro and the caricature. And then watch it all the way to the end and you'll see the outro. Don't forget to click the like. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Ring that notification bell. You don't want to miss any of these shows, DeanBodi. There's all kinds of fun stuff going on. And make the comments in the comments section. We'll have a little back and forth. If you want to, I don't know, you can support the show. This is in the description below. You'll see a button if you feel like you want to do that. Hey, it's your call. You do what you want to do. And remember, Laundry Limo, that is in the description, is the site. If you're in the DFW area, the best laundry ever, and you call Laundry Limo, say DeanBodi, you're going to get 10% off. So let's see what's going on. I'd like to just check out the show notes just for a second here and see, because, the slippery rugs we got to talk about. And, this whole thing, we talked about that, and higher doggy bowls for Bodi, and noisy rappers. Wow. So we got these cool doggy bowls, all right? And I wanted to make sure that this is important, that we talk about that. The doggy bowls, the noisy rappers, yeah. And let me see, pizza places I worked, I was going to talk about that, the slippery rugs. This slippery rug, okay, let's talk about these rugs, okay? So, but before we get into that, what you gonna do when she says goodbye? What you gonna do when she's gone? Bow, 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 bow. What you gonna do when she says goodbye? What you gonna do when she's gone? Like to welcome you to the DeanBodi. We'd like to welcome you to the show. So, I got these rugs, rugs.com. Hey, look, sorry, not happy. All right? They're made out of cardboard. They don't feel nice. Like the living room area rug that I got from West Elm. Crushing it. They came out. They actually moved the furniture out of the way, put the rug down, white glove treatment, in the zone, West Elm to the nines, nailed it. Nice plush, cool gray, shaggy rug. Very, very nice and fancy schmancy. But I mean, that's what I'm talking about. So I wanted to get some other area rugs. A little hallway runner is fun. An entranceway when you come in the door. For, me and Bodi coming from the outside, you got a little buffer where I wipe her feet with the Huggies wipes and all that stuff from the outside. Underneath the breakfast table, I wanted to put something there. Under the couple bar stool area, put a nice little area rug underneath that. Just these little accents are cool. So I got some stuff. An octagon-shaped one for under the breakfast table. I'm like, wow, where are you going to see that? Nowhere. So I'm like, octagon shaped, that would be cool. But anyway, cardboard rugs, not good. And so the one in the hallway runner, the cardboard one, yeah, I guess you could put the sticky something on the bottom and all that stuff. And then that gets on the floor if you want to move it. I don't know. I didn't go there. So this thing's slipping all over the place. And Bodi, I noticed that she slid a little bit. This is before the injury, but I'm thinking it back, and it's so funny, she's so smart, that after the injury, she started walking around the perimeter of the slippy slide rug in the hallway. I'm like, wow, she knows, giving me a little signal, like, we got to get rid of this thing because I have an injury. I can't slip on this thing and make it worse. And I'm like, wow, that's how smart Bodi is. So, got rid of it. It's gone. The one under the bar stools was ugly. Gone. The octagon one's going to be hitting the road. I went online today, went to West Elm, and I ordered some replacements. And I'm excited about that's coming. At least the quality is going to be better. You follow me? So, that's what's going on with the slippery rugs. Let me tell you, man, the pizza places I used to work at, just because I want to give a shout out to George Delgardio. This guy was Man, you talk about the Dude's Kitchen and Grill. I just mentioned that. Go check out that channel. It reminds me of when I was in high school, man. I was a bus boy here and there and a dishwasher here and there and worked in these Italian pizza places. There were like one every 2 blocks where I grew up and went to high school, over in around Margate, Florida area, which is close to Fort Lauderdale and Pompano Beach. But oh my gosh, did I have some fun working in these places. But Pier 441 is not there anymore, and it was Italian seafood place. But George DelGuardio actually allowed me, and he taught me how to cook for a short period of time, because then he sold the place. It was such a crazy thing. And this guy had 6, 7 pans going at the same time. Okay, we got 2 pizzas in the oven. We got every burner's got something. We got shrimp scampi going on. We're making garlic bread with this hand. And we got this and that and all the stuff in between. I was in awe of this guy. And his family had another place some miles down the road, Gigi's. These, unbelievable. George, you're in my heart forever, because you taught me how to make some pizza. You taught me how to do some cooking and all these things, and the right way, and it was very cool, and I'm never going to forget you. So I had to bring that up with the pizza place. I could get into all the other ones, but I just wanted to go and focus on that one, because that was the greatest time. I mean, the greatest time. My friends would come and pick me up after work. I would have a pizza for us. We'd jump in the van. We'd go down to Grand Prix Racerama. And every time we get thrown off the go-kart track, and it was the greatest thing. You go just to get thrown off. Unreal. DeanBodi.com is the website. We got the links on there. One is going to get you over to the podcast, Apple, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcast. The other link is going to get you over to the YouTube channel, DEAN space show, YouTube channel. 800-878-9698, Bodi Hotline, Fun Line. Call it, say something. You can also text it, do something fun with it, and we'll have a little back and forth. Say your name, where you're from, sing a Zippity Doo Dah Song. We'll make it a feature on the show. How cool is that? So, I'm having a great time. We're having a great time. Please go check out a little cheesecake episode. We got the intro and the outro. I really appreciate the comments, because some feedback is always great. And we're looking to make things a little bit better. We're bringing you Dean Bodi. We're so excited to be back and doing this again. Bodi's going to get stronger by the day. Don't worry about it. We've got it covered. We're giving her all the attention we can give her. And it's just going to take some time, as injuries do. That being said, what you gonna do when she says goodbye? What you gonna do when she's gone? What you gonna do when she says goodbye? What you gonna do when she's gone? We'd to welcome you to the Dean Bodi. We'd like to welcome you to the show. DeanBodi.com. Have an awesome day. Man, run, don't walk. Go check it out. 800-878-9698, Bodi Hotline, Fun Line. DeanBodi.com. Oh, yeah!